Basin, I came to
That,
get
to
down.
me, Josh, that sounds like a mini game that you have to manage. Power levels for USB ports. So what's the object that uses up everything?
Your mom.
Like a simple one of those little tiny SSD drives.
What?
I'm calling bullshit on that.
Power.
What? An SSD drive?
Well, no, I can see it. It's because it's all power, right? It's all read write. But of course, I think it's stealing is what I think is happening. Hello.
Yeah.
Gathered throng, it is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horkrims. However it came to be, you fall an ass backwards to Twitch's brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster, and so much more, Eric J. Benson, Edge Benson, Azerbaijan, Notorious EJB. What is the purpose of the program? I'm glad you asked.
I didn't.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
It's to give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. Obviously, we adhere in every way that we can to the hero's journey. You will be surprised to learn that it does involve the consumption of various elixirs.
Oh, yeah.
Which is traditional, obviously, for heroes. Now, I saw that Synaptic Fire, while we were still in the previous realm, had made a subscription. Of course, I want to recognize that. Obviously, Jack Lemmon,
The Jack Lemmon?
just giving us back some of the money we give him, but certainly we'll take it. Certainly we'll take it. Now, but you can see the detritus around us, the shrapnel of the brewer's art. You can see the end result over here, to be sure, but the crucible awaits. Now, I see you got a big old bag of grains this time. I assume this is for our Australian sparkling ale.
Oh.
That's fat, is what it is.
Hey, look. Deeper. Deeper. Closer.
Oh, no, you're gonna, listen, can you imagine, my sister developed like a serious wheat allergy over a lifetime of being a chef?
No, that's
Eventually,
crazy.
Or you can get allergic to anything, apparently, once you hit a certain point of exposure. And so she's been a professional chef essentially since she was 16, right? She finally hit the wheat threshold.
Wow.
And now she can't have it. No more beer. It's all ciders all the time.
God, if that happens with me and cheese, I'm just going to off myself.
Yeah, it's the fromage.
That's it.
The fromage threshold.
Life is done for me at that point.
Jesus.
I can't have cheese.
Cheese is God hugging your stomach, right? I mean, that's basically the situation.
But not too hard.
No, just the right amount. So let's...
So this is the mouth
let's hook it up.
with the mouth. The Australian sparkling, its majority is Golden Promise with a little bit of Maris Otter.
Indeed.
And what?
Oh,
Up on your screen?
That's not what's on my screen.
that's what was on there seconds ago.
God damn it.
Now, but the malt with the mouth, of course. Watch this, Josh. I'm ready to soft shoe at a moment's notice. The malt with the mouth, of course, is a Deadpool Golden Gun themed.
It's still not working, Josh.
Yeah, whatever. Bucket.
Meta. It caught up a little bit. It like took a sample at some other point.
Right.
But Golden Gun themed. It's got some.
It has the honey malt.
Exactly.
In it?
It does. It has some meta aspects to its manufacture to recognize the primacy and vigor of Deadpool as a character and as a franchise. Now the #1 R-rated movie of all time. So you can make $1 billion, apparently, just putting in every Marvel character that hasn't been in a film yet, and those that have.
Yeah.
So if you put in all characters,
yes, you make $1 billion.
or if you take an actor who played another character,
Yeah, and then put him back as the other character.
and then reconstitute him, is that decoction, I guess?
Yeah.
They took Chris Evans out, boiled him, made him more
Awesome.
rich,
Yep.
more syrupy, reintroduced him. God, it's good. Have you a chance
I
to
haven't
see it?
seen it yet.
Oh my God.
Some of us have to work.
Well, hey, listen. It is not. Listen, I'm here to tell you right now that I have worked in the past. I'm familiar with the basic concept. Now, Huel melon, oof.
Yeah, so we couldn't get Pacific Jade. So
Which does happen.
Yep. So we switched and did an audible and went with Huel melon, which is going to give us notes of strawberry.
Oh, red for the suit.
Yep, strawberry, honeydew, and melon. I feel like if what's his name, Peter?
Oh yeah, Peter Poole
was hop. This would be him.
Oh yeah. It's gentle, friendly.
A honeydew melon of a hop.
A pal.
Yeah.
If you will. Now, how much is going in here?
First, the whole bag.
Oh, up front?
Yep.
For the bittering hop?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh man, this is gonna be something else. Yeah, and that's the main thing. It's very like, it's very similar to
Oh yeah.
coffee in that respect, where this is, it's obviously these hops.
Really wanted to measure out that whole bag, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to make sure that the entire bag is fully
Is it in
measured.
there? Yeah.
Yeah. But the basic idea is that these are plants.
That's correct.
Right? At the end of the day.
Solid observation.
Well, yeah, but I mean
that's
they're industrial inputs, for sure. But you can have an idea. It's
definitely not candy.
No, and have to call an audible because it's a real plant, and you do not have unlimited, perfect access to it all the time. Now, is this Whirlpool? Is it the whole bag again?
Yep.
Okay.
250 cals.
Bam. Oh, now we love this. We love this. You were working hard on this.
I know, I'm really
You're dialing it in.
dialing it in.
You know what? I think you're gonna go places, kid.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
Right to the bathroom.
Yeah. Eat half of this bag.
Yeah.
You'll see it again soon. Now, okay. Now that's going to be really good. A whole bag on the back half of this brew.
But it doesn't add any IBUs. It just adds all flavor.
Exactly
all
right. Here, now
flavor.
while I'm putting this ritual together, for those who may be newcomers, or perhaps those who, perhaps through the frequent.
Actually, I gotta go get something soft shoe.
Absolutely. Now, what I was going to say, I'll just tell you. He's way smarter than me at this specific thing. But what I was going to say is that, for our purpose here, I'll just direct your attention to these chambers here, 1 and 2. So you'll know, very, very rarely have we ever used all 4. I think it might have happened once. Inside the device, you can, of course, program it to flood certain chambers at certain times. That's the part of the automation process of using this. But because this first one gets flooded essentially immediately, that's our bittering hop, and so it's present in the boil the whole time, which means that those alpha acids are being extracted and getting into suspension, right? This second whole bag. You get some goodies?
Oh.
The second whole bag in chamber 2, it gets hit at the end, and because it gets hit at the end, it doesn't spend a whole lot of time in contact with super hot boiling water.
Correct.
So it's not extracting the bitterness, it's extracting the cool flavors. Now,
The terps.
yeah, exactly. So, is it the case for the Whirlpool aspect? Like, that's a big part of like a hazy, right?
Well, no.
Hazy, hops get dropped directly into secondary, right?
Yeah, and lots of it.
Crazy.
Like pounds.
Yeah. All right, so we got this ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Get it.
Okay, the malt
Some malt.
with the mouth.
Should be in there.
Mit der Mouth. Okay. Oh yeah, it's perfect. It dialed in instantly. Next 14. I gotta go to page 2.
We've been at it a lot.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's named very long. It is but it does scroll.
It was the malt with the move.
I was like, it's the malt with the. I don't know. Is this it?
There could be another malt.
There could be another malt. We have been around long enough for that to be the case. With a mouth. Start, exit. Yep, let's get it. We're gonna start, we're gonna skip. Yep. Now, start. Put in this device here. Right. I mean, it couldn't be easier. It couldn't be easier. Okay, now we continue to be enriched during the tasting phase by products from Laura's reception. Wedding reception here, here in our studio. I chose a couple. First, the chai milk stout. At only 5%, I feel like that's going to be a friend and an ally to us. But obviously, milk stout, very good. Now, am I correct in saying that milk stout is called such because it has lactose?
Ooh, you got it, buddy.
Okay, I was just saying that's literally it.
Yep.
That's one of the fermentables is lactose, and so as it's processed by the yeast, it just gives you the
thick,
it's
rich,
texture,
creamy.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get at that, of course. But Ghost Fish from our friends at Ghost Fish.
That's nerdy.
These are dorks for sure. Here, let's sample the text. Ghost Fish. It was a pun too obvious to resist, making it the perfect name for a beer that's just too good to resist. With its vivid pink hue, tart cranberry tang, and subtle refreshing saltiness.
I don't know if you're gonna like this or not.
Well, no, this is why I grabbed it. Because it's going to be a challenge for
This
sure.
is gonna be all sour because there's 8 IBUs. Oops, something died.
Beep, beep. Why? Overheat?
Maybe take that cover off.
Yeah, we'll let it beep. Here, so I'll just restart it. Weird.
Yeah, it didn't really take any of the water. It might be.
Yeah, is it? Are the?
Oh, no, they're on.
They're on
for
good?
sure.
I mean,
This is a weird old keg that I don't know where the hell. I've never seen it before. So,
the tube's going through the hole. Sometimes they
so I don't know where we got this keg. I don't know how we got this keg.
I've never seen those handles.
I've never seen the blue top on it. This is a ghost keg.
Can we trust this keg?
I don't know.
sure it's fine.
I don't know if anything's coming out of this. Jack Lemon, next time you clean, can you put the spigots in water to get the malt out of them? They're a bit sticky.
I was going to say now, is that why it's overheating because the pump is going too ham?
No,
No?
just making, I'm saying there might not be water going through it.
Oh, for another reason.
That's the end.
Oh, I know. I'm just fucking with it. I'm just having a good time. Interesting. So that's 100% completely stork. Anyway, welcome to Brewing, everybody. Here, why don't you work on this portion? And I'll fuck around with this. The little soft shoe. So yeah, my suspicion with the Ghost Fish was that it was going to be a challenge for me for real. But I've never had a gluten-free Goza.
Try it again.
You bet. I've never had a gluten-free Goza product.
Well, you will today.
Yeah. I think it's. You gonna hit it? Oh my goodness. I mean, what's not to like about that?
Well, you might not like it.
Well, aside from the flavor, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but my suspicion, so Goza, big notes, is a yogurt-like tang, typically.
Ooh, that smells great.
And a salty, and like a little bit of a salty angle, right? But they tend to be super low bitterness, generally speaking, quite low ABV.
That smells awesome.
No, I'm in.
All right.
That smells okay to me, yeah. No,
Whoa,
I've gotten to the point now where I get it.
that tastes like a sparkling wine.
Yeah, right? This is like
It's like your mother's
It's like a
sparkling wine.
sugar-free. It's like a Bartle. It's like a low-cal Bartles and James.
Yeah.
It's like it has a wine cooler type taste, which, I mean, I'm not mad.
Yeah, there's no water coming out of this thing.
Is it the? Yeah, I was gonna say this is the. I think this is the culprit here. Well, here, let me grab a
Well, I'll see what happens, but maybe it's not.
Maybe it's goosed. Well, here, we'll work through this here. So, it's exactly everything 100% that they said. And so we've had other stuff from Ghost Fish that used like millet or whatever. This is, this is hibiscus
Josh,
tea.
I think it's the keg.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll go switch it.
it's the Craig. Oh yeah, that's. I think that's the issue right there, on the straw that goes down. Yes, it is in fact a funky sour ale. So what do they do? Millet, rice, quinoa.
What? Okay.
Quinoa?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no
Ancient
wheat.
grains.
No wheat.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I've never seen. I've seen lots of grain-free or lots of wheat-free beers, but I've never seen quinoa. It has it has sort of like an odd bitter bite,
I guess so.
right? I don't know. I feel like this is a huge win. If I can get all the way into this beer, it's good. If you're actually like into sours, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, this is the other angle. It has a Kool-Aid without the sugar type, like just the packet. Before you put in the cup of sugar,
Oh, yeah.
or as occasionally happens, as many as 2 cups.
Oh, that's a thing.
Oh yeah, you're familiar with the ancient rituals, right? It's possible to just put in more sugar.
Yeah, weird.
And transform it into a syrup. No, it's a huge win. It's a huge win now.
Yeah, it's like your 40-year-old mom sitting next to the pool,
Yeah, the pool, or looking out at the ocean.
listening to Gloria Estefan drinking a Zima. Or
Yeah. It's very, it's Zeman. Let's think hard about that.
You want to reuse that
We'll
one?
pull that one back. No, we're going to leave it back. Now, Mainochu, thank you very much. Yeah. Ham Pump was your nickname in high school? This is a very microolic product. This is a very microolic product. Crash, obviously good to see you as well. So, are any of you strange beasts going to materialize at PAX West just next week?
God, it is next week. It's so weird.
Maverick, thank you so much for the sub. Well, it's quite weird, but I don't know. I got a good feeling.
Me too.
I got a good feeling. Yeah, Synaptic Fire, perfect. This is what we love to see. Let's engage in the ancient ritual of greeting. Wasn't PAX East like 3 weeks ago?
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
believe it
It
or
feels
not.
like it.
Well, and it's going to be even crazier. It's going to be even crazier next year because PAX East isn't,
Yep.
honestly, no. I think it's actually known. I'm not going to say anything else.
Is it? No, I don't know.
I think so because people have already said, "Thank God." Yeah.
But are those internal people?
No.
Oh.
What kind of plumbing are we talking about, Pyrrell? How bad are these plumbing issues? Kiba Amadeus, he has not aged today. Yes, this is what they say. I'm here to tell you that just in the manner this platform, this workhorse platform, functions without delay. It does what it's supposed to, and it hasn't given me any trouble. But I think that the system is going to be, it's working, and then it is not working anymore.
It's going to break down?
I think that it's a steep decline. Because I've looked like this more or less since I was born, with some slight ratio alterations. My guess is that it evaporates.
Sure.
Becomes a ghost. Amtrak, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Synaptic, are you from close? Around here, people don't
Germany.
Yeah, the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, around here, people rarely know the ancient, gentle pleasures of train travel. That is my fucking favorite shit. It is so good. Are you a fan?
Oh, yeah. The Starlight has that awesome observation deck.
Ooh.
when you go down to like Portland.
I was just gonna say, no, so Synaptic, I'm saying, this is why I'm asking, if you're actually doing train, are you from Portlandia? So, potentially. Yeah, this is exactly what I figured. Well, it's more affordable and it's also really fun.
Yeah.
That was one of the best parts of the Japan trip, was that, you know, along with your J-Rail pass, you got the sequel. Right now, do you have a tool?
Got my side off easy.
Here you go. You can pop that right back on. Now, do we have a big wrench or something that we can use to get this off? Actually, I used to have that big keg wrench in here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Eric Benson, everybody.
It actually might just be this nozzle because it's being a pain in the...
In the D bag?
Yep. Yeah, they need to be cleaned.
Is this something we can
Do on the spot.
push through today?
No. There we go.
Perfect. And nice. All right, now, here, you want to slap this on there and then I'll get the front going? So that was one of the most fun parts of the Japan trip, was that along with your J-Rail pass, you can get
Your
a certain
J-Reel?
J-Rail, J-Roo the Damager. You can get a certain number of trips on the Shinkansen, which is like, I mean, what do we call those?
Trains?
No, it's more than that.
Bullet train.
Bullet train. And riding from Tokyo to Kyoto in like 2 hours, while a really nice, friendly, elderly Japanese woman practices her English on you and sells you pork chop and egg salad sandwiches off of a little cart in the middle of the thing is so good. It was a heartening experience. All right, now what do we think?
No, maybe it's not the keg. Who knows?
Well, listen, what we have to do is...
Oh, nope, water's moving.
We have to believe. Yeah, I hadn't seen those handles up top either. Oh, yeah.
That's different.
That's a great sound. That is the sound of motion. So basically the pump was freaking out.
It wasn't getting any water, so it was overheating.
Exactly. It was just running like crazy. It was like a hamster wheel. All right, now. I mean, you could, but Maverick, I mean, you sort of have to understand there's big limitations inside, like even the breweries that we have, like their supply is very limited and they're maximizing all the time. Along their existing product lines, and then they might have a pilot system over here to do their experimentations. But I mean, brewing is about volume.
Yeah.
It's a volume business.
I mean, the Acking beers we've done with Voodoo have been pretty damn amazing.
Oh, God, they've been so good. It was such a great track record on those. Awesome art from Chris, right? But man, the Cryo Ranger, oof. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Selling out basically every day in a couple hours. God damn, that was good times. All right, now, so this is the Left Hand Brewing Milk Stout. Yeah, you can, the cinnamon stick
Oh, yeah. It's
coming off.
The chai? Yeah.
It's about that for sure. Oh. Yeah, it has a nice, the stout bitterness is in there. But in terms of the overall flavor profile, It's primarily cinnamon, I think.
Oh yeah.
But that's always that stick is always in there for sure. That's been one of my fantasies for a long time, is figuring out that process. It's not crazy.
What?
Making chai.
Oh yeah.
But it isn't crazy. But it's sort of like it's like when Ronya had a friend over who was originally from Brazil, and she wanted Brazilian stroganoff, and so I had to like learn what that was first of all, and then I learned that every recipe for Brazilian stroganoff is completely different. There's no Brazilian stroganoff is just basically whatever your grandma makes. The only shared consistent thing is what's called Brazilian white rice, which is actually like a garlic fried rice that you then steam.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds great.
It's fucking so good. But that's the only consistent thing. The actual body of the topping, the sauce, it has radical changes between every recipe.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's basically come on and done their family's version when they do Brazilian stroganoff, and she says that's exactly how it is. But you definitely do crush potato chips over it. Brazilian white rice, a tomato-based chicken instead of an onion cream-based beef, and then crushed potato chips on top.
Jeez.
It's fucking sick. The kids don't want regular stroganoff anymore.
Huh.
They only want the other shit.
Fair enough.
Oh no, Maverick, you know what's funny? In terms of the collabs that we did, which were A+, world class, there's even states in the United States that you couldn't order it from. I mean, being in Canada, obviously, our northern state, with the states tucked within, there are states that have holdovers from the 20s or whatever, that like ancient blue laws that will keep you from ordering beer in 2024. Yeah. It's still there. They just haven't gotten rid of it.
That's a thing.
It is. Oh, Crank, it sounds like you are old school. It sounds like you are, in fact, an old school Perkins acolyte when it comes to your tastes in acking. Now, do you know that Chris Perkins will be running our game at PAX West? He's going to be right there. A few times a year, Ryan, Laura, and I have lunch with Chris and Jeremy to talk about. They don't give us plot stuff, but we do talk about overall sort of like what they need. And typically, in the past, it's been an opportunity to interrogate them about the new versions of Dungeons and Dragons. But I mean, they actually sort of pre-sold them at Gen Con. And it seems like people like what they did. All the times I talk to them at those lunches, basically what they want to do is bring back as much old school D&D as possible. They want to bring back that feeling that as you progress through your character's level schedule, that you're becoming a presence in the world that you're on, which is like super obvious. And old school stuff, it's like if you're a fighter and you hit 10th level, now you have like a keep.
Oh yeah, no, it's the same
and
thing
an
with
army.
You used to buy a wizard tower, right?
Yeah. But this is where
Gold used to mean something.
Oh
What's the point of getting gold in D&D right now, right? So
this is what I learned. Obviously, all D&D is full of amazing language, like Glaive Gizarm. But the old D&D, that's where I learned the term wizard's mans. I was like, what the fuck? What is this? But I mean, now we know. First of all, it's your hangout. Second of all, it's what you get as you climb up the level tree.
Right.
But I do not have a copy of it. And in this particular case, because we use D&D Beyond to run the games on stage, this is going to be our very, very last 5e excursion. But 5e has been quite good to us so far. That said, a third level character in 5.5 or 1D&D or whatever whatever it is, has some more angles. Like it's like a 5th to 7th level character. I think. Just in terms of the ability schedule. All right, a Bohemian beer spoon. You are a dork, and you belong in jail. Oh, yeah, Kiba, this is the thing about Chris. Chris is exactly, like, I'm not sure if I've ever met somebody like this. Chris is exactly who you think he is. There's no deviation from what you think Chris Perkins is or is like, or how he would treat you, or what it would be like to hang out with him, than the actual product. He is exactly Chris Perkins. No more and no less. All right, now, so, theme-wise, what are we thinking? Now, try as we might, he does not drink very much.
Yeah. So
We tried to push it.
we have not done Omen, Jim, or any of the main characters in Greyhawk yet. They're new characters.
Oh.
Why the hell aren't we doing that?
Well, hey, you know what? That's actually a great hook, especially since Omen, like, after, more or less a year of play, Omen's essentially a priest of a brand new to the setting god.
Right.
So there's incredible opportunities
But
there.
also, Jim is a radically different Jim.
Yeah, Jim Dark Magique.
Yeah. So I'd put those two down.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
All right, now, take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Hey, now, Demetrius, great news for young and old. It is definitely 100% a Black Remnant Day here in the studio.
Yeah, you guys getting fucked.
I can't wait. Anyway, just in case you wanted to fuck us with the sword of Blake, euphemistically. Those models were actually
Not literally.
They were on my painting tray, but I brought them in their cards just in case.
Yep.
Just in case you need them for something.
Yep. They're wonderful. They're delightfully painted.
Worries about D&D's future now that Hasbro's hands
Hands.
are so deep.
Not Nans. Hands.
Yeah. I was like, it's some kind of thing.
Don't worry about D&D's future. No.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the main thing: is that.
Is it? Oh, you're saying it's like Activision coming in with pay-to-play type of stuff?
Well, and certainly it could be, and as they move through, there is obviously a pay-to-play spar of their strategy.
Yeah, but
Like the table and D&D Beyond and dice sets, like all that stuff is there. But what I'm saying is that what happened at Gen Con is that people bought a physical book,
Yeah.
and nothing can ever touch that book.
I'm saying
Right.
the pay-to-play aspect of D&D is the bar's pretty fucking low. You buy one book for 10 years and you're good.
This is what I'm saying. That's where
I'm
it
actually
launched,
on
that's where it started.
Hasbro's side on this one.
Yeah, that book is there.
Yeah.
But the truth is that even if you didn't want that, you can always play
Yeah, exactly.
5.
Yep.
Now, what I think is interesting is, okay, so let's say with D&D Beyond, can you choose what version you want to play? Now we're starting to talk about something interesting, right? Is the whole service migrating? Is it possible because people have been purchasing 5e content on there for years, since before the acquisition, right? I would be curious to see. Well, here in times, I mean, that's the funny part, right? You can play something pretty close to D&D with a D20 and whatever you can remember. I mean, and this is, Jeremy Crawford says this with love when he's talking about Chris, which is that Chris essentially plays a amalgam of various dungeons and
Oh yeah, it's
dragons.
hilarious. Like
It's like sometimes this rule is in there, sometimes it's not in there. Right, Jeremy Crawford is much more of a fancy pants about the actual rules. When are we getting another episode of AI? I got great news for you.
2 weeks?
Next week,
Yeah.
at the end of next week, you're going to have a brand new episode, and it'll be the first episode where Omen is truly a cleric of this new god. And it looks like that's who came out on top here, so let's jump in. Omen, Cleric of Justice. So, let's talk about it. I mean, because Omen is basically taking quite a dark turn. I mean, and that's been true for years. I would say since 2016, I had a very specific arc for Omen that I wanted to play, which involved him selling greater and greater portions of his soul to Asmodeus to forestall various apocalypses or to keep Asmodeus away from his daughter's certainty. Now that has sort of been resolved, I mean, I should just go back to the classic colors, right? I mean, let's say we got the metals, we have gold trim, classic blue. I say we go right back to Mike's old drawings of Omen for the Justice incarnation, right?
Mm-hmm. So what does that kind of remind you of? I feel like that's a Belgian for some reason.
Well, yeah.
I don't know why.
No, it's a gold. It's that golden trim, right? And also, it's a brand new interpretation of that god. There's got to be some esters in that mix, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be sweet, spicy, complicated. Belgian is perfect.
What else can we do? We can do British Golden Ale.
Ooh. Okay. All right. More doves. Listen, if people had chosen gin, we would do doves. Mm-hmm. It's too late. Oh, Goblin, wasn't it crazy when they DM'd together? And Chris was doing his Mordenkainen thing?
Oh, yeah.
God, that was a crazy game.
What about a Weiss beer? A wheat beer?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like the Justice, right? For sure. Grab that wheat beer. Right now, 3 great, lighter in color variations here, each with their own virtues, of course. Epic Pikachu coming in hard. Mm-hmm. Epic Pikachu 5, 6, 7 going crazy. Yeah, no, David Novacat, yes. I mean, you're not wrong. This is a lot of grain, but the reason is because this grain bed here is designed to... so do you still have access to Eric's screen? Josh? Maybe?
It will look like this.
No, you do not. Anyway, in another universe, I was going to show you very quickly what the malt with the mouth, as you might see it materialize, down there in the screen occasionally. It is relatively high ABV, if I recall. Like it's sort of a meta approach to
8%.
Yeah, so it's got a neat mix of grains, but it has a lot of them, and it's going to hit you.
It's smelling really good, though.
It smells incredible. It's the honey malt, right? It's gotta be.
And the Golden Promise.
Yeah, there we go. But that's the combo. Is that the purpose of that is basically to be a golden gun, full of fruit that shoots you in the mouth repeatedly, and that process requires this level of grain. It just is what it is. Now they're looking for that Weissbier.
No kidding. That's the one that won.
I mean, but I think it's a cool one. Like,
I'm not arguing.
I think that's a neat approach.
Listen, I'm not arguing.
No, it's going to be great.
You know what? It's going to be great.
I think so. All right, here, let me get my note up. Okay. All right. It's all cleared out. Deck is clear. It's ready to extract. Brand new info. So, typically at the beginning, you're looking for ABV. Does that hold true?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ABV in a Weissbier, what is the typical range?
4.3 to 5.6.
That's quite tight.
It is very tight. It's tight, like
right?
a tagger.
Toy. Here, so, look, let's go with...
What does it mean to Omen?
Exactly.
His new form.
To me, especially if you're talking about alcohol, I think it has to do with purity.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Cleansing, purity, sanctification. Now, here's what we wonder. This new Omen, obviously, new Omen, new God situation. This new version.
Is he fooling you with lower ABV beers, or is he getting you super drunk
Yeah.
to get you a sign on the line
Yeah.
with higher ABV.
Or another way to think of it is this actually the same old Omen? And he's going to do all the same old shit. Because there's an opportunity for a really robust turn. Like whatever the opposite of a heel turn is.
Okay.
If essentially what's happened is, I mean, the purpose of this series and the games that came after this series, what we were trying to do in Greyhawk, if we base it on Certainty's original wish that sent us back, is we had to refound Acquisitions Incorporated so that 15 years down the line it didn't result in this chaos that destroyed the company in a huge part of Waterdeep, right? After that last game, Acquisitions Incorporated has been refounded, but it has a radically different purpose. Its purpose is to find and discover infernal contracts written by the old Asmodeus and judge them so that they're more reasonable. The opportunities for skullduggery in this are immense, right? So, what do we think? Is this actually another angle for him? Which is, I would say, down in the 4.5, lower ABV. Is this just another angle? Or has he actually turned over a new leaf with 6? I mean, the truth is, I don't even know yet. That last game was where, honestly, that last game was the end of Series 2.
Right.
That's where it actually got completely done, made sense. We were able to bring this impossible version of Asmodeus into the multiverse. Nobody knows what that's about yet.
Right.
I'm super excited. It can't be juicy. All right, now, see, so right now, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But let's see. Let's see what they want. Let's give them what they want. They should tell me what they want, what they really, really want.
So tell me what you want. What
I
you
mean, historically,
want?
yes. That's been a big part of it.
You wanna?
Whatever it is, I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you.
You wanna?
Once the internet came out,
You wanna?
that was an incredible opportunity to figure out what zigga zig ah means.
There it is.
I never looked it up. I hope that I did not just say something incredibly offensive.
Yeah.
That's not who I want to be. It isn't who we are as a company. Well, no, X obviously is going to give it to them. I mean, that's
for sure.
You expect you to
From
get it
the
on
grave.
your own?
Yeah.
He's going to deliver it to you. Stay in the step. Sorry. I'm going to pull it back in now. Obviously, much respect, DMX. The whole Rough Riders
Anthem.
organization,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah, who is that? They brought in this kid near the end.
Oh, to do the dance?
No, in the Rough Riders, we were obsessed with it. It's Jin. Did you ever hear Jin? They brought in a.
I don't remember this part.
It was a Chinese rapper,
What?
and his lead track with Rough Riders was Speak Chinese. Wow. It was. We were obsessed with this song. His flow on it is so nice. You've never even heard of Jin. He was in the Rough Riders family.
I get it. I get it.
All right, now.
Listen, DMX used to come to like my neighborhood and steal cars. That was the thing.
For real.
Not really my neighborhood, like 45 minutes north
But
in a little village.
they done got stole.
Yeah, he literally went to this lake village that we all used to go to.
Why wouldn't you?
And he just started stealing cars on the street
Yeah, but can you imagine
for
how
no
he-
fucking reason.
Yeah, but can you imagine?
It's a resort town. He was just like
No, I'm
in the
saying-
middle of the fucking woods.
But that's probably a great place to get cars.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't locking that.
No, but it was fucking hilarious.
Now, so 6% on the base. Now, what's next? SRM.
Color. So this is typically between 2 and 6.
Oh, it's so light, right?
Yeah. So really pale, or let's say more of a golden color.
So now we're talking about that divine light.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
right? So let's go 2, 4, 6, which at this point, first of all, Josh, let me appreciate you for a moment for finding this image and putting it up and having it ready ahead of time.
We have some.
Now, but down at the very base of the SRM scale, there's a lot of variation. There's certain points in this scale where it's like, okay,
Does 62 differ from 66? You know?
it's worth asking, right? I mean, our typical scale goes to 40 plus and doesn't really mess around with it at all. This is a much crazier gradient. But 2, 4, 6, there's actually some meaningful stuff here. So are we talking about blinding holy light, or are we talking about, it's holy light, but it's like you can look at it?
But you can.
Down at 2, this is pretty divine, I would say.
It's divine.
Yeah, it's simply divine. Yeah, exactly, Galbanome. He was farming cars.
Yeah.
He popped into the new zone, right? He popped into the new zone. What I like is that nobody wants 4. No one is halfway on this.
Yeah. It's either one or the other.
No one is. Everyone has. Okay, so here. Snoopy's like, what the fuck? Check me out. Oh, it's Orion Rogue, you dork. Snoopy's fine. You're fine. Orion Rogue was engaging in wickedness, which I mean, given the handle. Here, now, David Novicat, that is a reason. That could be a reason to advocate for it right there. If it is, in fact, the number of the beast,
Ooh.
consider it.
Consider this.
That's right. All right, now. I mean, I think that's it. I think that the choice has been made. We're looking for.
50?
It's holy. You know, it's definitely in the holiness continuum. But it's not going to blind you. It's a reasonable level of
Okay,
holiness.
so bitterness on these are pretty light. It's 8 to 15. Right? Because you're going to do it's a lot of the wheat and all that.
Oh, yeah. It's mostly it's a texture. This is a texture flavor type beer.
But is Maul going to come in and smack over that?
Exactly right here. So where does that SRM start?
8 to 15.
Okay. SRM 8. Yeah. What type of cleric are we here? I think up at 15, the mall is coming down. I think at 8, this is the diplomat. This is the Omen the businessman, not Omen the war priest. So by the time we have this last data point, we're going to be really dialed in on the vibe. We will have answered significant questions about this process. I love what I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I'm getting what I'm extracting from chat is that they may perhaps deep down believe that Omen is up to his old tricks. But that's the thing. Omen is like, so the model for Omen, at least for me, is Ulysses.
Oh.
In Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I mean, the version of Ulysses that exists in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That's insane.
The fast, like the fast talker, not necessarily smooth, but fast, like fast. Is always basically has to think on his feet, try to gain an edge or an advantage. But look at what's happening now. So now it appears. It would appear.
Ooh, the switch.
The switch. We missed the knife fight completely. Yeah, Omen used to make his own luck. Does he now make his own kind of justice? Yeah, I mean, I think that is the angle.
Yeah.
God, but how is he going to figure out? This is the worst part. How is he going to figure out how to get paid off it? Right? How does he figure out how to get paid off it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because he's gonna. As I understand, Omen is my character, but that does not mean that I think Omen is a good person. Mm-hmm. This is the best version of Omen. Like, there were 6. This is the absolute best version, and I still don't trust him at all. I think that the energy there for Omen is, so they're going to renegotiate these contracts. He's instantiated a brand new version of the devil that has a reasonable extended warranty program. What's the margin? What's the arbitrage on justice?
Right. Good question.
Nah, they want them all, and they're going to get them all. Honestly, and I think that's going to make for the best possible version of this Weiss beer, too. So, ABV 6, SRM 6, you certainly did your best to try to get a 666. But you failed at the end, because there was not a 6 for you to choose.
Correct.
Oh, pay what you can, get what you deserve.
Whoa.
Yowza. Selling indulgences, tank. God, is that how I have to do it? Does this Omen, is this Omen try to get one over on the devil again, just a different angle? Ugh, yuck. He's the worst.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is how much malted wheat are we putting in this?
Right.
Traditionally, in order to be a Weiss beer, you have to have the grains be at least 50% malted wheat. Some go as high as 70%.
Malted wheat? Huh? For some reason, I thought it was just regular wheat.
And it's malted wheat. All that's malt over there.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's a grain bill, or right, it's the malt, sure.
Look for wheat.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about malted wheat. I was thinking you were talking about like melanoidin, or like one of the exhibit malts, right?
No, just wheat.
Yeah. Right. So the percentage of malted wheat is is part of the style. What are we thinking?
Well, 50, 60, or 70%.
You bet.
And it's just how sweet is Omen. Like, how sweet is his tongue, right? Like.
Oh yeah, it's the silver. It's a silver-tongued orator, right? So yeah, is he going to be able to manifest his typical horseshit in this radical new context? 50, 60, 70. What do you think? 60. I mean, obviously synaptic. I mean, you're not telling me something I don't know here. 60. Listen, don't. No, you're trying to sell indulgences, Josh. You got to reel it in. But I see now, I didn't pick it up until the end of the last set of votes. They love 6. And the truth is that we can't go wrong with 6. I mean, all of these are in style. Every one of these makes sense. Every one of these is going to offer a great flavor and texture. But 60 could absolutely work. It's right in the middle, right in the slot.
I dig it.
Okay. I mean, like X.
Yep.
Let's give it to them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so now let's talk about, do we want to add Pilsner or two-row? Pilsner is going to be much crispier and cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Two-row is just a little bit more malty than Pilsner malt would be.
Yeah, Pilsner is mega crisp. We had the, for whatever reason, my weird-ass corner store finally penetrated the inner sanctum.
Woo, delicious.
Over at Russian River. And when we sat down and enjoyed the most basic, simple beers, and it was a heavenly experience. So, classic base out of the two-row.
Yep.
The Pilsner is going to offer a crisp. So again, this is set against that 60% wheat. So what do you want the balance of that to turn out like?
Right.
So we know that the other one is that you know, that level of aeration. 60. He's still spitting game. The rest of it, crisp and clean, or maybe a little more rough around the edges.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? Demetrius, damn it, Eric, stop yawning. Are you catching it?
Yep. I'm catching it myself.
You catching the flavor? Yeah, that is such an odd psychological. That's a weird thing to inherit.
Does not make sense.
No. It's the idea that we're all supposed to go to sleep at the same time? Why would we be catching yawns?
Right?
I think it's weird. I think it's odd that we have this madness built into us. All right. So I think, oh yeah, see, they want the
like
crisp.
frozen,
They want the clean.
Yeah.
The rest of it's buttoned up. All right. I love what I'm hearing. Yeah. So from the moment we swapped into this new keg, we have had nothing but success, and it smells incredible in the zone. Now, Josh, would it be possible to look at these wet seeds?
What was our ABV?
The ABV is 6. Yeah, they're soaking it up right. I mean, this is why it smells this way. So it's already pulled the water out. It's being mixed and churned inside the corny keg over here. And then it'll go back into there and refill here momentarily. Oh yeah, the diaphragm is always doing crazy shit. I think it's surprising that for some reason we can inherit yawns from others. All right, so grain bill basically resolved, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we could be
Or
done.
is there another angle?
The question is, we could be done here, or do we want to add some kind of other flavor?
It's worth it. Here, let's.
What other flavors would this Omen?
Yeah, exactly. So
associated with?
Yeah, exactly. So let's consider a couple grains, and then let's generate story vibes. So we have pills.
No,
and we have this malted wheat.
I think you got to think about it like Omen. What other flavors?
Reverse it that way.
What other flavors does he
Represent.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, honeyed words. So I think a touch of honeyed malt
Okay.
is a very, very easy get.
So one of the
And it
choices
would
should be
taste
none.
amazing,
Yeah.
right?
It should be none, and then honey.
Yeah.
Are there any other kind of?
Yeah. So let's take a look here. None is one of the options. Let me take a look. We have the flaked options. Do we want to fuck with the texture at all and come up with a vibe? Ooh, Golden Promise is also funny.
Yeah, but we're already doing that with
The
pills.
via the pills. Let's see. We got the pale. I mean, there's a lot to like over here. Most of it, obviously, some of the weirder flavors, we don't want to fuck with the color at all.
Well, we could put a little bit in, so
Yeah, it could be a
hurt
touch. It could be a touch. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think honeyed malt or none is probably correct.
Okay.
So we're gonna splash in instant oats, cheapen the product, maximize profit. Just a hint. I mean, that would be a crazy.
Pretty funny.
You know what? Let's go back. We're just gonna finish the poll. We're gonna add oat. This would be flaked oats.
Yep.
Cheap, but it's like head retention, soapy texture. Yeah, having a texture definitely sells a vibe too. No, it was killer, dude. No. I think it's a great hook. We'll throw that right in there, and then we'll toss that in at the back because they don't offer. I mean, in terms of flavor, they're not really selling much there.
Right.
They're not doing much to the actual flavor profile. They're mostly offering a texture, top of the glass type experience. It's going to change how it pours and how it rests in the glass, but it is a very, very inexpensive addition. Machine milled oats. Oh, Ryan, it looks like you sold it. It looks like you might have sold it to him.
Yeah.
No, that's true, Ryan Rogue. I mean, I guess we have used it primarily for its, traditional brew purpose. We have never made a beer with it. I mean, I wouldn't want to even make a beer in, especially like an automated equipment that had a high percentage of flaked oats. I mean, it seems like that would fuck it up. No?
No.
You okay?
Yeah.
I get worried. I mean, I've heard bad things about rye.
Well, rye's a pain in the ass.
What does it do inside the?
Just makes it sticky. Super sticky.
Oh, worse than an oat. Mm-hmm. I guess the oat just gets plump and then rests at the bottom. Makes me want to eat some rye.
I really just want to eat some rye,
This
guys.
is what I've been thinking about all day.
I'm thinking about unlimited Korean barbecue, but you
Some
can have
do.
your rye.
Some do.
Just want it.
God, what a crazy flavor. It's a completely alien version. It's completely nuts to the rest of these. All right. The one thing we don't have, I don't think we have a roasted rye here. There must be a.
Rye there.
Oh no! I just chewed on some regular rye. I'm saying like I've never had that. I mean, it must be a brew input.
I don't know what you're eating roasted. I think it has to be, otherwise.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, no, because like black malt or like roasted barley. You know what I mean? Is there a roasted version of rye?
I don't think so. No.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just what we got right here. God only knows what would happen to it. It tastes so weird already. All right, so they want the oats. Now, should we see if they want to add a little honeyed words as well?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Your new choice is honey malt or none. Yeah, it's a place that's not too far from the office that I think he's talking about, Dyer.
What are you talking? Oh, yeah, it's right
No,
around that
I'm
corner.
just reading you.
Oh,
There's a few pretty solid Korean spots
oh yeah.
over, just over in this area generally. The one that we tried last time, Baekjang, I think is quite good. Although
yeah.
something did happen to my gastrointestinal tract. I'm not sure if it's their fault.
Yeah.
Everything was fine.
Yeah, I
until,
got sick too.
Everything was fine until.
That last.
But you know what
course?
though? It was so good because I had gotten leftovers, but then I had I had a bad experience. I still ate those leftovers again and got sick. I was just like, you should not. I mean, obviously you shouldn't. But their game is strong. Their game is strong. There are very fancy Korean barbecue places you can go to in town that I don't think are good as good as Baekjang.
No.
Okay, yeah, we're looking for the honeyed malt. This is going to be a great. I can already tell. Like the guts of this beer are working for me. This is amazing shit. For sure. I love what I'm hearing. All right. Now, so that, I mean, in any reasonable, rational world, that would be it for the grain bill. Now we're moving on to that horp.
Yep.
All right.
What flavors do you want to represent?
Yeah. Well, it's the horporate espionage.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, now, Orion, I would like to, you didn't raise your hand, but I would like to call you out. As someone who rests with a foot in both of these worlds, what would be an interesting hop in a narrative sense that you think would be cool? What were the hops for War Priest? Oh, now Demetrios. That's interesting. We could look it up. I don't remember. I mean,
I don't have them on this
4 years ago.
computer.
Oh, yeah, that was an ancient computer.
I have them downloaded. I just haven't uploaded
Yeah. God, it was strong though. I remember it being real. Yeah, I wonder if somebody has done it online. Ha! Brewer's friend. Somebody did it all together.
them. Weird.
Look at this.
That's cool.
Brewer's friend, brewing with total confidence. All grain specialty IPA, black IPA. Yes.
Very cool.
So check us out wearing Mr. Tux bound. It was Columbus and Hallertau Blanc.
Hell yeah, it was.
Yeah, strong. Columbus as the base. Oof. And then a bunch of Hallertau and then Hallertau at Whirlpool as well. War Priest, War Yeast, you nerds. You need to stop. So what are the flavor what's the flavor profile of Columbus? I feel like we haven't used Columbus in a minute. Let's take a look. I mean, it would be interesting to maintain the hop. I mean, I totally get you there.
It is citrusy, earthy, and black pepper.
Yeah. Columbus.
Tet is associated with Jim, not Omen.
Let's see.
All right.
Columbus. So,
Citrus,
earthy, black pepper. Yeah, I mean that's strong. It's definitely an earthly creature. Obviously, we would define this as being in opposition to this heavenly or, perhaps infernal beast. And then Tet. I mean, I have nothing but love for Tet. Tet's one of my favorite hops.
Yeah, but
the world.
that's a Jim thing.
Well, it's Jim thing from Velvet Rope and Velvet Cape for sure. Oh, I see. In your mind, there exists a sophisticated flavor profile diagram, and that's for this. Oh, and the truth is that we have to move in that direction anyway. Like, we should probably just do Jims as well.
Right? Yeah, next.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, what else are we looking at for this?
What other flavors are you considering?
Yeah, Demetrius. It's going to be settled because it's the IBUs are only 15 in any case. So we have Columbus here. Let me take a look at the aroma selector. Let me see what variety is right for me.
Yeah, we have many here.
Exactly. So we hit hard with on the Columbus. We hit hard with the citrus. It has an earth and then it has a spice element as well. What's the angle? Do we want to emphasize? If that's earthy and citrus, do we want to do something that emphasizes like? Let's go with the upper planes.
Okay.
So let's turn up the herbal. It's like a we're going to move into a holy incense
Fun.
angle, right? So what's a good lever to throw?
Apollo.
Apollo big. Apollo's a big boy.
But we can scale it back. So citrus, grapefruit, orange, pine, resin, cannabis.
Oh, now we're talking. Yeah, especially the resin.
Or like Orion says,
Warrior's big, yeah.
Warrior is grapefruit, lemon, pineapple, sweet basil. Sweet basil.
That's good.
They're all going to be like 3 pellets. This is
Oh yeah, it's a rhetorical hop. Is that the rain?
It says about to start raining, so probably.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like it feels like you're in. I mean, obviously we're in a cave. This is a real cave.
obviously.
That's wonderful. I mean, that's it. Like for me,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, so I associate this with playing board games, like we
The-
were
the
playing
Sound
Black
Rain?
Remnant, playing board games. Unfortunately, the third part of that contract is candy, and we don't have any candy.
Oh, candy, classic.
It would be the perfect afternoon
Yes.
if I could have some Twizzlers, not red vines.
Get twizzled.
You fiends.
Twizzle bites.
Yep.
I mean, pull and peel.
I don't like the pull and peel as much.
I did for a while, but now they're my favorite.
Really?
What changed it? For me, it has a waxy industrial texture.
Exactly. That's what I get
Like a
from it.
candle-like texture.
And that's what red vines taste for me. They're like waxy and industrial.
But I
And I'm like,
I could be sold.
No, they're just better. You get more flavor out of them too.
What?
Yeah, especially if you pull and peel them.
Well, no, it's obviously it's far more interactive.
And also, that's just way more enjoyable.
Well, and it's a whole. Did you ever? God, what was that shit? Do you remember there was
Pull
that?
and peel my ho-hos, okay?
Oh, yeah, for sure. String cheese, can't get enough. What was that fucking Japanese taffy commercial? It was like a 6 or 7 part Japanese commercial about this pole
What?
taffy.
I don't remember this.
They had this weird song. It was like long, long
Oh, the
man.
long, long man. Yeah, I've never seen that. I just
What?
see people saying the words all the time.
Yeah.
Tell them to shut up.
Oh, it's Sakaru gummy. It's the Sakaru gummy.
I do not remember this.
Dude,
at
oh
all.
my, I was fucking obsessed. And it tastes good.
When did this come out?
See, these motherfuckers, they know. It's a million. Now it's a May, but I mean, it had been around for a minute. Huh. Dude, listen, if you, imagine an advertising campaign that,
Oh, I've seen this shit.
yeah, imagine an advertising campaign. Japanese candy is on another level, first of all.
This at Daiso.
Yeah, it's not hard at all.
Can you show me a picture of this, please?
Of the long man.
I'm just sitting here looking at words. That is not candy. That's a man.
Yeah, well, this is a man, but he's also candy, as you will learn if you watch these commercials. It's a series of commercials that is essentially like, imagine if there could be
God, this
spoilers for a
myself.
candy commercial. No, they want that Columbus, and I don't blame them. That's going to be amazing. Here now,
Oh, okay. It's like a
yeah. Each
piece
of the
of
individual
tape.
commercials is so small.
40 cm long. Oh my God.
It's good, dude. It's so fucking good. I understand it. Like, I understand all of it. Every part of it is part of me. Now, so now we need a yeast and a name. And we're out the door.
What was the IBU?
The IBU is R, but 15.
Okay.
They're giving it away. Okay, so what are we thinking about this yeast?
Classic Berliner Weiss blend. Dry, crisp. Actually, no, it's not.
Not that one?
No.
I know the flavors is real.
Okay. We can do a Bavarian Weizen yeast.
Okay.
Classic, spicy wheat and phenolic overtones of clove.
Oof, that sounds amazing.
Or if we wanted, we could go a little
crazy.
different and do the Hefeweizen 4. This gets it has the clove and phenolic aroma, but no banana flavor, which is typical, and gives you citrus and apricot notes.
Man, that's a wild one. But no banana, which is sort of the classic
Yep.
Belgian angle.
Yep.
I've invented several new fruits. Citrigus and Apragon. These sound like Space Marine names. These are
Apricot.
Eprico.
Apricot.
Eprico. I'm loving the flavor.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, look, these are both huge winners. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pluots are real. Yeah,
Pluots?
yeah.
What's a pluot?
It's another weird little plummy type fruit.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of weird ass fruits. It's like we have fruits, and there's like the canon fruits
Right.
that you can see in every store, but there's some basically fan fiction tier fruits. You know what I mean?
That got
Like
me.
a gooseberry.
Pluot isn't a real planet. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, this is what they say. This is what they say.
No, even Neil deGrasse Tyson retracted that statement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, some people trying to flex on a planetoid.
I feel like
I
you
got
got better things to do with your life.
It's super far away.
And I don't think it cares.
I
don't think it cares.
look, man. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. I really don't think the feelings of the planet.
It doesn't have any, and
Yeah.
so I think that's helpful.
Maybe
Now,
it does. Maybe it does.
Well, it'll let us know. Maybe it can send a fucking satellite to us
Yeah.
one of these times. Now, we're looking for that Bavarian Weizen.
oh wow, interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Classic Omen.
Now, we need a name for this Omen Cleric of Justice beverage. Because I think we put together something really amazing on
I agree.
the flavor side. This build is really, really good. This is another festival creation, I suspect. Justice.
Ooh, that's good.
The Just Beer. Here, we'll just say Just Beer. We don't even need the article. Satan's Justice.
Ooh.
Contractural. Priest Juice. Care of Hokey and Jax. Hoppy Spirit.
Aw.
Demetrius, I believe in you. Have we done Wart Priest? We haven't. But I will put it in.
Change of hop. Good omens, nice.
Ooh, dire. Not goon omens. I know.
This is intro.
I know. There's some hot shit out here. There's some real beast. Yeah, goon omens. Watch out.
Yeah. I mean, there were technically goon omens for a time.
There was a. Honestly, he is simply the least gooniest. That's all.
That's it.
All right. Well, we got some quality products here.
Yep.
Let's put them in front of the class.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess we do. Shit.
Orion Rogue. It was very close. Now, I need you to.
clerical correction.
I need you to understand that I saw it and that I appreciated it and I recognize its inherent quality. Right? It was good. It's actually good, but it was too late, unfortunately. Scales heavy, Bruce weak. All right. Yeah, exactly. Just sit on that one. There'll be another priest option at some point.
A lot of priests.
Take you to the hoop. All right. Well, We got some zesty options here. I'm very near
Yes.
to giving a rerun. Yes.
Smell more. Oh. Yes.
I think you can do it either way.
Well, I thought one's the other thing.
Well, it definitely is. You're not wrong with that. But I can change it. There we go. Now, the rerun. Here we go. Cut down, sliced down to manageable, edible range.
With the smaller granite I have over here and the way the text is crunched, it almost looks like good onions.
Yeah. From back here, just a little bit farther away with the font, it could be good Omin. Good Omin. Yeah, good Omens is very good. It's a strong play. In my opinion, kind of running away with it. Kind of going crazy. Oh yeah, exactly. Now Ryan Rogue, as soon as I saw the initial word, I was like, this is going places. That clerical prefix is going to do work. For sure. It's going to be good Omens, people. Now, excellent work. One and all. I think we have another winner. Lady K, good to see you. I think we have another winner here. Going to head into the fermenter shortly. So, when next you see this this realm, this cavernous studio, you will find it radically transformed. Into an arena of a very different purpose. What's that purpose, you ask? I'm overjoyed to tell you. It's Black Remnant. It's a combination of live role-playing and wargaming set in the inner sphere of the Battletech universe. Board the Calypso in just an hour, about 2:30. Me, Eric, Kiko, going hog wild. Sounds like Eric has cooked up something zesty for us.
Maybe.
Very, very excited to see it. But yeah, roll back in an hour. Dyer, we got you. Orion, good to see you every time. Thanks for the great tips. But yes, I mean, don't go nowhere. Well, do go somewhere if you need to, like the bathroom, the kitchen. But return. The main thing is to come back at 2:30 for Black Remnant. All right. Well, hey, until next time, let me seize this machinery.